Okay. 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 I've got a bunch of names that I get to talk about, and none of them matter. That's the best part. We have a weekend where, as I've said before, certain wins matter, and some more than others. So, okay. BeerMeJesus, we did it again. You wanted a fight pit, and you won. Congratulations. Happy day to you. The Gmsg. I'm not even going to go into the detail of the 10 times we've faced and the 0 times I've won, because 24 hours later, I have this. You've never had it. I took it from someone who I've beaten 3 times. I'm the Gmsg to Broken Nerd. It's not even triple. You've got so many more, but it doesn't matter, because I have this. I am the JRPL Ultraviolent champion. Could you have even thought that I, Scott, would have this 2 years ago? Maybe even a year ago? No, I don't think anybody would have predicted that, but let's look at what you did, the Gmsg, because you had the shot at the King of the Ring, along with Bastion, the people who eliminated myself and Redhead 12. And you couldn't get it done. You went to a draw after an hour, and then when they said it'll be sudden death, Infinity decided to do what we do and make ourselves known. But more on that later. The Gmsg, you had to ruin everything, because I had it all lined up for me and you at SummerSlam. A big grudge match between 2 top-tier opponents. Had ideas, had everything in place, but instead, you ruined it. I mean, it really doesn't matter, because this is what's over on my side of things. But you're going after the King of the Ring, and it's a shot at immortality. The called shot at immortality. Something I named, by the way. And you're going to go and rematch with Bastion, and probably going to take out the time limit or something. But here I was, ready to challenge you to have a big grudge match, a big major marquee match. Instead, I have other names I'm looking at. And, I mean, PAYNE. PAYNE, you decided to kind of try to outdo Red, didn't you? Yeah, for about an hour. Just about. Infinity had 2 championships. And you put an end to that. Okay. Well, PAYNE, here I am about to make you famous, because your name's going to come out of my mouth. PAYNE, you are the top lock champion, a championship I've never had. The main reason I'm even holding this one is because Redhead had that one. Well, now she doesn't. And now that one's back on my radar. Somewhat, I'm a little busy. But here's something that we've seen over the past year, where I get into a feud with a champion who then loses the belt. JD Onio. And I have to make things interesting to even make it a worthwhile feud, because all I care about is whoever holds the gold, or whatever tin this crap is. And instead, I go and I don't know, forcibly retire Lily Pilly, just to keep things interesting in the feud. So PAYNE, you kind of went in that road already by making it personal, by literally cutting off part of Redhead's leg. So when push comes to shove, and at some point maybe I don't have this anymore, or we have a champion versus champion match. Maybe you're still champion. And maybe I come after you because I want the top block title. There's only 2 I haven't had yet, and that's one of them. Maybe you'll still be in that regard. But if not, and if you've lost the title, and it's simply a matter of me facing you, I mean, maybe you get a shot at this. You did something pretty extreme, pretty ultra-violent, but otherwise, I'll have no reason to care about you. Because by that point, Redhead will have extracted her revenge and her pound of flesh in retaliation. So no, you're not the one I'm looking at now either. Which of course brings us to Broken Nerd, the man I want to thank. Broken Nerd. He's a hero. Applaud this man. This man will ride anywhere to face you. I'll give the devil his due. He'll ride up to a museum, a soundstage in a warehouse, or the general consulate in Miami. And he'll face you. He'll face you head on. He won't back down. Nothing underhanded. He will do it. However, I've got his number. 3 times. Broken Nerd, we faced off. The first time, the award winners continued their miracle run in the TTTC, denying the Chaotic Maniacs the tag titles and advancement. The second time, I made you tap out after WrestleMania, keeping my run going and kind of derailing you after your soundstage in a cage. And the third time, I took this. Now let's be clear, I didn't tap you out. You went out. You passed out both times because you can't escape the crossed swords. And yeah, there was a bit of a wall wedge in there that second time. It's dungeon. My match. So, keep trying. I mean, you did it already once before and reclaimed it. So I have no doubt that at some point I'll probably be facing you again for this. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This isn't the end of Broken Nerd, I'm sure of it. And surely it's not the end of Broken Nerd versus Scott. But just like with me and the Gmsg, there's some people you just can't seem to beat until the time is right. And Gmsg, apparently the time's not right. But again, like I said, I don't care right now. All I've ever said, all I've ever wanted was championship gold. This is still all that's important. And yet we seem to be apparently in the Dark Ages. Because the Renaissance has decided to make their name at my expense. At the expense of Infinity. Now, spoiling the spoilers, congratulations, good job. Going after the people in the main event. In the main event, I commend you. It makes sense. Gentlemen, the Alpha Dog lost to the man I just took this from pretty handily in that soundstage. You're not a concern to me, Red and Lee. Cassius, you and I went to a weird draw last summer, and I never quite got to get that vengeance. But then again, I don't care. So, that's you. Hero Shin Moses, I know you want this back. I know Hero versus Hero has been something that's kind of floated around out there, but, I mean, again, I beat the man to beat you for this. What's the point? No, it's interesting to see everybody involved and everybody trying to make a name. But then there's a couple. Then we've got Nathan 8K, the Drifter, who ended the miracle run of the award winners in the TTTC. You, I definitely have my name ready to attach to. But I mean, you're tagging it. You can do your thing over there. No. Tino. you know full well what you took from me at the Royal Rumble. The opportunity that was made for me. Number 30. A shot at the world champion. A shot at BeerMeJesus. The greatest match I would have ever had. And you stole it? Yeah, Bomber was involved, but you ended up with it. And you squandered it. You lost. You failed. You couldn't get the job done. And now you're teaming up with 4 others, attacking me, trying to be relevant. We'll see what the Renaissance has, because a Renaissance period is limited. There is an end to that Age of Enlightenment. But infinity is forever. And whether it's the Dark Ages, the Big Bang at the start, where I started, or well and beyond, infinity will be there forever. But no, here's the person I want at SummerSlam. Not PAYNE, not the Gmsg, not even BeerMeJesus, not any of these names. Not Broken Nerd, and not anybody from the Renaissance. I want the #1 contender. See, you might think that after 2018 SummerSlam, I go in with this epic blood feud with the UVC who are looking to finish things off, and they do. And they change things for the JRPL in a way that still is reverberating now today, where Lee died and things happened with me, and I went on a 2-year journey that's still ongoing, and I hold this gold thanks to them. Could you imagine after that death match and how soundly we got trounced that I'd eventually hold this? It's thanks to them. That's 2018. 2019, millions of Americans watch 2 Canadians fight at home. I mean, we'd love to have you, but you can't come over our border. And I'm pretty much stuck here, because if I go back, I gotta quarantine, and then it's trouble getting back. I'm pretty much stuck here in Miami and Tampa and Orlando, all because of this crap. But I'll do it as your champion. But no. This year, it's not a blood feud. It's not any kind of personal rivalry. It's nothing. It's whomever is the #1 contender. That's what I've been wanting all along. And yeah, let's look at the fact that of the 3 championships I've had, 4 different reigns, and the one I made up, I've had 1 successful title defense. I was Road Warrior champion for 5 days. I had 2 tag title runs and they ended the way they did. This is going to be different. This is going to be longer than 5 days. This might even be longer than those tag reigns. This could be something special because they're my matches. We'll see. We'll see what happens, because obviously we're stuck in Florida and they've been doing ridiculous shenanigan matches. So, I mean, I'm a snowbird here, a bit of a foreigner vacationing at the time. So, I mean, what are we going to have? Are we going to have like blades in the Everglades? Is that what we're going to do? Are we going to have, like, we're going to throw hands in the sand? Is that the ridiculous match the board's going to come up with? I mean, hell, could be heck on a deck. We might be distraught on a yacht with a commotion in the ocean. I don't care, because I'll be the goat on the boat. It doesn't matter. Set them up and I'll knock them down. There's no more blood feuds. None of this crap getting in my way. I'm the champion. And the best part is, look at how stupid this thing looks. This is a piece of garbage. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen. There's barbed wire on it. This is a joke. This is disgusting. This is trash. This is the stupidest title that could ever exist. And I'm the most decorated man to ever hold it. And like hell will I let anybody take this from me. So set him up. I'll knock him down at SummerSlam. Maybe we'll have TakeOver. Who knows? But I'm done with the blood feuds. I'm done with all of that. Because I am your JRPL Ultraviolent champion.